Hi everybody, welcome back. We are starting a new little section now. It's called Agent Supervision, and this is going to talk about the broker-associate relationship. So this is going to be Unit 1. I don't know how many units are in here, so we're just going to go with it. But this is what is entailed in Unit 1. So if you need help with any of this stuff, you already took the real estate test and you had trouble with this section, then this will be the videos that you want to watch. Every lesson I try to break down into a video so it's not too long. You know those nightmares when you're falling through space and you have nothing to grab onto and you just keep falling? Well, brokers have this all the time, and the reason is every single day, 24/7, their license is on the line, and they have very little control over the people who put it to risk, which will eventually become us, the salespeople, and the associates who work for them. So this is why I always tell you that when you are trying to get a new person to list their home with you, that we work with a team. The brokerage is going to help you, and the brokerage is going to help you because they are liable and they are responsible for you. And if you screw up, they've got to pay a fee as well as you. So they're going to try and help you. So this thing like you're in it by yourself is not the case. Unless, of course, you want it to be that way. Okay, as a brand new future real estate licensee, you can't just go out on your own and start selling real estate. You must place your license under an experienced broker. And you want to be under a broker for many reasons. For liability reasons, and to get training and a mentor. There's a lot of reasons why you want to be under a brokerage. Brokers are responsible for the actions of their licensees, which would be you in the future, as well as other members of their firm. They might have assistants working for them. They might have people answering the phones. All of these things. You should be able to look to your broker for guidance and assistance throughout your career. Although developing your business will be your responsibility, you are required to take your listings only in your broker's name and advertise your services through your brokerage. And this includes every state in the United States. I can't speak for international because I don't know. But in the United States, you need to be under a brokerage of some sort. Now, the way you advertise on your on those things that they hang out when you put something up for sale, I can't think of the name of it, but the way you advertise, we will go through this more as we continue, is different in every state. Every state has their own laws as to whether the brokerage name needs to be on it, your telephone number needs to be on it, whether you need to have an email or the broker name. But if you're quite unsure and you're like me and you work in 2 states, I would just have everything on there, and that way you'll be safe. You'll be covered. Put everything you can possibly put on there. Put a website on there, your email, your phone number, your name, the brokerage name, you know. There'll be no question as to breaking any laws. All right, the terms of your broker-salesperson relationship are spelled out into your agreement. So when you go to sign up for a brokerage, you're going to be signing an agreement, and you are going to have to do, whatever it says in that agreement with the brokerage that you decide to go with. Now, you might want to interview several brokerages. Now, at some point in your career, you may desire the services of a personal assistant. Your broker may actually provide you with one as part of the package. I personally have never worked for a brokerage where they actually give you a personal assistant. You can actually hire some of these maybe on a virtual assistant even, maybe on Fiverr or care.com. There's places that you can actually hire an assistant or a personal assistant that would help you with your activities. Because eventually we're going to become so busy that we're not going to have time to keep up with our work. So I'm predicting the future. I'm predicting the future that we're going to become so busy that we're going to need a virtual assistant or a personal assistant. The most important consideration when you work with a personal assistant is whether you will hire a licensed or unlicensed assistant. Now, a licensed assistant may legally perform the same brokerage services you are allowed to perform, and an unlicensed assistant may not do the activities for which a license is required. And this includes negotiating on behalf of the clients, completing real estate forms, discussing terms with clients and prospects. If an unlicensed assistant performs activities that require a license, you could lose your license. So that's one thing you need to be careful of. All right, supervising a license would be your broker. Developing a licensed business, I believe it's licensee. Supervising a personal assistant, maybe both. Reviewing paperwork, might be both. Responsible for licensee's actions is brokered. I don't know if I got these right or not. Let's check and see. And apparently we got a lot of them wrong. Okay, the last two we got wrong. Reviewing transactional paperwork and advertising. This could be the broker. And this might be both. Okay, let's try it again. Put broker here and both here and see if we get it right. Okay, we got that right. I'm going to go through here slowly, so if you want to take a screenshot and just save any of these to review later on, you can do that. The questions are not going to be this simple, by the way. They're going to be a little more involved. You might have like a little story on your questions, because normally that's the way they do it. They give you a little scenario. You have to read it, and then you have to decide what is the best answer. I mean, they may have a couple questions like this that are one word, you know. But normally, in my experience, taking this twice in 2 different states, they usually give you little stories, and you got to come up with the best answer that you think it is. All right, you are hiring a personal assistant, and you've narrowed the candidate down to 2 people. And this is what I mean by scenarios. These are the types of questions that you might have on the test, where they give you a little paragraph to read. All right, candidate A is unlicensed with 2 years of real estate industry experience. Candidate B has 2 years experience, but has a license. All right, so you got 1 license and 1 unlicensed, and you like the assistant to perform actions such as real estate forms and discussing terms with clients or prospects. So you should hire the one that has a license, because these are licensed. These are activities that a licensed person should do. I've not taken this before, by the way. I mean, I've not gone through this by myself first. I'm doing it with you, so I could possibly screw up. I don't know, you know. I have not taken this training class before. What I've done before in the past is I've gone to an actual center and sat there, you know, when we had live classes in the past, and actually sat there for 4 to 6 hours every day, every night for 2 to 3 weeks, and had real estate agents and brokers teach the classes. All right, so that's it on lesson 1, the broker-salesperson relationship. If you're continuing along, this is what we're doing next, okay? So I'll see you in the next video, or hear you in the next video.